Hi, so in this video I'm going to show how to set up game 4 from Prep Test 37. We have a swim team with exactly 5 members, J, K, L, M, and O, and they're going to swim a 10-lap relay race. So each team member swims exactly 2 of the laps. One of them will swim laps 1 and 6, another 2 and 7. We've got 3 and 8. 4 and 9, and 5 and 10. So we're just going to run through this line of 5 twice, right? So if it did go in this order, then it would be J, K, L, M, O, and then J would be up again, J, K, L, M, O, right? So makes sense, right? Okay. So it is kind of, a one-to-one situation here. Neither of K's laps is immediately before either of L's, so we can't have K before L. Now that also means that we can't have K 5:10 and L 1:6. Okay, so that would be the one sort of weird thing about this where we have that doubling up of the linear sequence, so that does make it a bit unusual. So typically we would just want to make sure that we don't have them 1 2 2 3 3 4 or 4 5, but we also in this case want to make sure that they're not 5 6. Okay. And I suppose you could write them out, 1 through 10, but I prefer this way personally. So knowing that Jacobson doesn't swim lap 9, for example, also is going to tell me that Jacobson doesn't swim lap 4. Ortiz's first lap is after, but not necessarily immediately after Miller's. Okay, so not necessarily immediately after. We have a dash there. At least one of J's laps is immediately after one of Ortiz's laps. Well, to say that at least one of them is immediately after, if we had O second, it can't be first, right? Because M has to be before. So let's say O is second. Well, then J has to be immediately after. So J would be 3, but J would also be 8, and O would be 7. So we would have OJ, we would have that twice if that were the case. J can't be 4th, so we're not going to have OJ be, so I'll just show that as one example, but we're not going to have OJ be 3 4. That's not going to work. We could have OJ be 4 5, and then it would be again at 9 10. That would be okay. We could also have O 5th and J 6th, right? But then J would also be 1st, and O would be 10th. So that's the situation where we would only have OJ in this orientation once. It wouldn't be more than that. So when it says at least one, that minimum of once we hit here, and then in the other scenarios we would actually go over that minimum, which is fine, right? It's a minimum, but just kind of noting that we're not definitely going to have exactly 2 when we have that OJ, and we would though be able to say, so M, no, never mind, sorry. This isn't going to help us. So we can't connect these rules the way that we would normally be able to. So there certainly are some things about this setup that are different from your typical sequencing game because we have that doubling up of the laps. Yeah, okay. Let's do some questions as well. So 19. So which one of the following could be an accurate list of the swimmers of the first 5 laps in order from 1 through 5? So J can't be in that 4th position, so I'm eliminating B. We can't have K before L, so eliminating E. M has to be before O, so I'm eliminating D. And A and C are left over, so that's going to be where we look at our OJ situation, and A isn't going to work, or sorry, A will work. C will not work. So A will work because if we have O 5th and we have J 1st, that means J will also be 6th. Yeah, so that one works out fine. We can write that out, J, K, M, L, O. And then again, we would have J, K, M, L, O from 1 to 10. We've got our OJ there. We've got M before O. We don't have K before L at any point, and J isn't 4th or 9th. Okay, so that's one option. 20, if J swims lap 8. So J swimming 8 would mean O swims, 2. Okay, so J swims, J would be here, O here, M has to be before O. We can't have K before L, so we would have to have L before K. And so we would be able to determine which team member swims the lap for all 10. So A is the correct answer. And you can, write that out a second time if you want to keep it in this format, but you don't need to. 21, if O swims lap 4, okay, so that's that scenario there. O, then J would be there. M can be in any of these spots, but we can't have K before L. Which one of the following could be true? J swims lap 1, nope. 3, nope. K lap 5, nope. L lap 3 would be okay. We'd just have to put M in between. So L, M, K. So the K isn't right before L. And M lap 5 isn't going to work. So D is the correct answer there. This is the one that's acceptable with L in lap 3. Which one of the following could be true? Could J swim lap 4? Nope. Okay, we know that can't be true. B, K swims lap 5. We've seen that be possible actually over here, so we can eliminate that. C, L swims lap 5. That one we might have trouble with. So I'm just thinking if L is 5, we can't have J here, but we also can't have O, right? Because O has to have J right after it. We can't have M because O has to be after M. So the only one left would be K, but we can't have K right before L. So, all right, we can't have J because that's one of the original rules, that it can't be 9, which also means it can't be 4. We can't have O because J has to be right after it. Can't have K because it's before L, and can't have M because O has to be after it. So we've really eliminated everything, and so L cannot be 5th. There's just no way to make that work. Oh, so sorry, that can't be true. We're looking for could be true. K can be 5th. B is the correct answer. Sorry, we already figured that out for question 20. Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, so B is the correct answer there. J cannot swim which one of the following laps? So 3, 8, 6, 10, those are all fine. So it's either 1 or 2 that J can't do, but J can do 1 because J does 6, right? So 2, that's the one that J can't do, and that's because then we would have O first, but M has to be before O. So 23 is, J cannot swim lap 2. 24, which one of the following could be an accurate list of the swimmers of the last 5 laps in order from 6 through 10, which would be the same order as 1 through 5. So this one is actually it's essentially the same type of question as question 19, so we can do process of elimination. We just might not be able to do each rule individually. It might not be quite that simple. So K right before L, not allowed, so we can eliminate B. J can't be 9th, so we can eliminate D. M has to be before O, so we can eliminate E. We have to see OJ, or at least see that it's possible to have that. So, but A wouldn't allow that because in A, O is 4, 9, and J is 1, 6, so we wouldn't have O before J ever. So C looks like it's the correct answer. Let's just write that out to make sure. We got L, K, M, O, J. So we've got our OJ, we have M before O, we don't have K before L. If we were to look at, the relationship here, JL, that's totally fine. O, M, K, L, right? No problem with any of that, so that's totally allowed. C is the correct answer for 24. Okay, hope that helps. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions.